DJ Win, I'm over here.
Hey, Anton Holland.
Special guest. So, first of all, as we all seen, breaking news, my guy Kobe Bryant and his daughter, they died today in a helicopter crash. So we definitely want to do a moment of silence for them. What we say, 24 seconds, moment of silence. So just give us a second.
See.
All right. Yeah. So back to the subject. We were talking about Kobe Bryant. Him and his daughter. Yeah, that's good. Him and his daughter was killed in a helicopter crash. I know everybody can relate to Kobe Bryant. Even if you didn't know basketball, you knew who Kobe Bryant was. And especially going away with his daughter, I can just imagine what his family's going through. So definitely prayers up to him and his family.
Also the families of the other passengers. I think it was a total of 9 people.
Yeah, they confirmed.
From what the news press conference said, was 9 people actually aboard, and it included Kobe Bryant, his daughter. They're not sure who the other passengers are yet. They haven't identified. I'm waiting on the coroners to come through and report that information. But yeah, pretty much a sad day, man.
It's definitely a sad day for especially Kobe Bryant fans. And then with it being that LeBron just passed him yesterday, as far as the
all-time
scoring list, he just passed him yesterday, and he dies the next day. So yeah, it's a very, very sad day about that.
Yeah.
Guess I'm chiming in. We got a Kobe fan here in time.
Definitely
Couple of Kobe
fan.
fans.
I think he transcended basketball for just what he was able to do for his community, what he did to the league. I mean, he basically he rose the bar to competitive, just his competitive nature. I mean, there's not a lot of guys that's in the league right now that has his work ethic, you know. And I think you can take his work ethic and put it in any sport that you play, any business that you're in. And I mean, I think he just led by example, you know what I'm saying? So man, it's sad, tragic. Definitely prayers is with the family, and make it even more tragic, like you said, his daughter was in the plane with him, so
Yeah.
the helicopter. Definitely sad.
I didn't watch Kobe like that, but it's sad, man. I thought the news was fake. For a
I
second.
think we all did. I said if I ain't see it on ESPN, it ain't real.
Yeah,
So
just TMZ. I was seeing everybody reporting TMZ. I just thought the news was fake. But now it's coming out, it's a real deal. It's crazy.
especially that hits when you, I mean, as a woman, for your husband and your daughter, you know what I mean? Like,
I know they're not coming home.
they ain't coming home. So you never know when your last day, like, I feel like this a transcender through anybody, like, always cherish. You never know when you gone, you know what I mean? They were headed to what, her AAU tournament?
To a tournament.
Yeah. To a tournament, and
she didn't even get to make it to the tournament.
Right.
That's insane, man.
So you never know when your last day is, so always cherish your days. This should really open some eyes for a lot of people. Because you can have all the money in the world, it don't mean nothing. When you gone, you gone.
You good over there, Elite? I know Elite, man. He be on that 2K, so I know. What's your team, man? You don't be playing with Kobe?
Nah, I never, because somebody always picked him first. Somebody always picked Kobe first, but you know, I run 2K leagues on Xbox. We've been riding, you know, pretty much like, for me, it's like, I don't know Kobe, but I've always watched him. You know, I'm a Pacer fan. I'm from Indianapolis. So I'm a Pacer fan, but But just watching what this dude has done over the years, you know what I'm saying? Watching what he's done, what he's gone through, what he's endured. And it's kind of like we grew up together, you know what I'm saying? So like when the news hit, it's kind of like, you know, I lost somebody who's been with me through the years, you know what I'm saying? So
just to be able to say that you remember him getting drafted and be able to watch his whole career.
I was seeing people like breaking down crying. I'm watching it on YouTube over this. Like, this is big news, man.
Yeah, and I mean, shoot, he still haven't identified. At first they were saying 5, now they're saying 9. So 9 people were on that helicopter, so they still haven't even identified, you know, the other passengers. So not only Kobe was impacted, you know, you got other families that was impacted by this too. So it's, boy, you never know when your last day is. That's what I'm getting on my live comments on my live, talking about definitely cherish your days here, because you never know when it's your last.
You never know, man. I fear that with what I do, driving the truck, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Driving the truck every day. That was a helicopter crash, but driving the truck, man, the slightest thing with me driving that truck and be my last, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can just doze off and won't wake up. And it happened that fast. Quick.
Shoot, driving in a car, period.
Driving in a car, period.
You know what I mean?
Like just being on the road for hours at a time, and so your chance to increase.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're doing 8 to 10 hour days on the road, and so sometimes you do be tired, but you got to fight through it. And so, but death, man, it's tough, boy. Yeah. Especially like Kobe, just such a big icon, man.
At 41 too,
at
so
41,
like that like
young.
really hit me. Like he was
41. He was young still.
Yeah.
That's the
and
crazy
then, like
thing.
Elite was saying, it seemed like it's somebody that you grew up with, because we practically close in age. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And to be able to say that you watched all 20 years of his career, you know what I mean? It's like it's a distant homie almost, basically.
Right.
It's somebody you just ain't seen in a minute.
Right. And definitely, I mean, if you think about it, you know, he was on the earth for 41 years, and you put in perspective everything that he accomplished within his 41 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And for people that's, you know, you might be sitting at home, or you're not fulfilled in the job that you have, or you have better hopes or better dreams of being in a different place in your life, I mean, you gotta go for it. You can't sit around and, you know what I'm saying, feel sorry for yourself or blame it on this person or that person. You just gotta go for it.
Right. I mean, shoot, that's how I be looking at it. I'm 31, and in my age of 31, I feel like I've accomplished way more than what I expected, and I'm still going, you know what I mean? Like, that's what pushed me. Like, I want to be known, you know what I mean? So it should continue to push people, especially these youngins out here, you know what I mean? At 41, this man accomplished goals that nobody in the world, you know what I mean, could ever probably do.
And even after basketball, the man won an Oscar.
Right.
Right.
How hard it is to get an Oscar?
Yeah.
Right.
For an athlete.
For an athlete.
Come on.
Exactly. Like this.
And for a little minute, he was the youngest drafted NBA player.
17.
You know what I'm saying?
17.
Like, that says a lot, man. You drafted at 17? Like, that's
17.
amazing.
They was talking about how he
Just that ambition and drive.
Yeah, they was talking about how, you know, when he did get drafted and when he was on the team, how the teammates would go out and, you know, he was too young. He couldn't go in nobody's club or nothing like that. So they was just saying how humble he was, you know what I mean, around older people that were doing things that he couldn't do.
Right.
And just, you know what, think of me being 17. 17, most 17-year-olds are hotheads. You know what I mean? They, you know what I mean? They don't care.
They don't care.
They know it all and don't want to listen. You know what I mean?
But this guy was humble. He already knew. You know what I mean? It just his name speaks a lot.
Yeah.
His name speaks a lot.
And then, I mean, you know, his career wasn't perfect because for a little minute he had a little cloud over him.
Right.
You know, he went through a lot of adversity. And you know, he transformed himself. He came out, and then just like the testament of him like the father and the husband that he was. I think that was probably his biggest accomplishment in life. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, definitely. So definitely shout out to Kobe and his family. Definitely prayers from Winter Circle DJ group over here, and to the other families that was involved in that. We definitely want to send out prayers their way. Also, tragic moment, tragic day. So yeah.
All right, make sure y'all follow the Winter Circle at Wcdjg. And check out the website www.wcdjg.com.
Yep. So as y'all know, we do this podcast thing every Sunday, starting at 5:30. I promised that we was gonna be a little bit more on time this week, which we were closer than we were last week. So
black people time.
Right.
So shout out to the fans that still was waiting on us. Also, just to let y'all know, we're live on the app, Winter Circle DJ Group. Y'all can definitely download that to your phone, tablet, computer. Y'all can catch us on there, so we're live on there. Also, on the app, you can comment. So if you have any comments on today's topic, or if you want to put an input in, you can definitely comment on that app. Also,
let them know they have to log in.
Yeah,
you gotta log in to comment.
So you gotta be logged in on the app to comment. I mean, we can see all y'all comments that come up, but you gotta be logged in for us to,
respond.
Yeah. Also, we're live on my Facebook. Like last week, I hope it don't go down this time, but we're live on my Facebook, Anye Kofer. So y'all can tune in that way to see us. We're also live on DJ Win Facebook.
Edwin DJ Win Bob, Deejay Win.
Yeah.
WIN.
So if y'all want to see us that way also,
hey, make sure y'all go to the YouTube channel and subscribe, Winter Circle DJ Group, because we're gonna put the visuals with the audio, you know what I mean?
Yeah. When? Like Wednesday or something?
Yeah, just check it out Wednesday. We're gonna start posting the podcast on there.
Yes. And then so that's where y'all can all hear us from if y'all tuned in. But this week's topic, we definitely want to shout out to everybody that participated and put in the comments. We had a vote on the week's topic. We had people actually pick the topic for us to talk about, and we voted. We had a vote, and most people voted on can you ever forgive a person for cheating, and what exactly is considered cheating. So that was the winner of the topic this week. Yeah, so
let's dive in.
Wait, before we go further, man, all these topics that y'all hitting us with are so serious, man. I want to get on here and have a little bit of fun. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, put some lightweights out there for us. You know, so
Lighten it up.
yeah, let's lighten it up. But we're gonna.
Hey, the people want to know. I ain't gonna lie to you.
We are not politicians either.
Yeah, that's one thing. Like, we
Get into the politics.
So we're DJs first.
Yeah, some of the topics that we got, man, it was like, what? Are y'all serious?
Hey, we don't agree on everything. So if I say something, bring it back at me. Don't bring it down on the group. So
we're a group, but also individuals.
So, topic, like we said, is can you forgive somebody for cheating, and what is considered cheating? I guess I'll start it off. To me, cheating, I'm pretty can say everybody has forgiven somebody for cheating. Everybody's went through a period in their relationship where infidelity has happened. You know what I mean? And
she's speaking for herself.
She's saying everybody out there in the world.
Let's put it out like this. Let's say, let's do 95% of relationships. Somebody has cheated in their relationship. But when I say cheating, I'm not necessarily saying, because for me, what I consider cheating is when you lying to your significant other. So when I say lying, I'm meaning as far as if you gotta hide a person or lie about your whereabouts about another person, that's cheating. Because what are you lying for? If this person, you know what I mean, if I be like, I'm going out on a date with so and so, or I'm going out to eat with so and so, and I can sit up there and tell my significant other, even if they don't agree, I wouldn't say you cheated, because I mean, you bringing it to that person, it's a, you know, you brought it to that person. Now when you hiding and sneaking to do something, that's cheating to me.
I don't know, man.
You don't think so?
I don't know. Yeah,
I think so.
You think so?
Yeah, I could agree with that.
I think if y'all touchy-feely, kissing around and shit like that.
Because I think the small stuff it tends to lead to bigger things.
It does.
So it's like if you start off hiding this person and this and that, it's just like, okay, and lying about it. I guess more so lying about it in a sense. Is if you running around the city and you ain't where you say you was gonna be, and some shit jump off, it's like, I thought you was gonna be. Yeah.
That's how I guess so. I guess so.
I feel like he said, small things lead to big things. And for a woman, like, from a woman's standpoint of it, when a man is treating you something like that, or even a man, I'm pretty sure most men don't just take women out thinking they're not going to get something in return eventually. If you just spending money, and you know she got a dude.
If I'm spending money,
just like companionship.
She gonna give me some of that cutty.
Just gonna give me a friend.
I'm spending money to get the cutty. I'm not just about to be spending money on a random girl just to be spending. She gonna give me the cutty.
I mean, what if it's somebody who got money?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, because Drake just rapped about it. I mean, Drake just got money. You know what I'm saying? So, like, what if it's somebody who's just got money and don't mind, like, hey, just treat yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, not nothing behind it. Just like, hey, you know, like sometimes, you know, you'll come across somebody who's like
mad cool.
Yeah, just cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got like 100 million. Here goes 10,000.
But just mad cool when you got a girl at home, though.
But what made him do that?
Spend the money on another woman.
He just did it just to be friendly. You know what I'm saying? Or she might be giving him some advice. Or
spending that 40.
Or he just might see, like, you know, like there's some people out there who are like selfish like that. To be like, okay, this person's had a hard time. They might need a little break. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't have to rap about it all the time. He might have did it for this one person. He put it in the song, like, not to brag, but just to say that he did it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure he's done it, and he has done it on different occasions to where he just threw money out there, you know, not to really receive anything back, but just to help somebody, just to bless somebody else, and to get them through their little situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So in that case, I feel like, of course, that's not considered cheating, because for that woman to receive it, why would I hide it from my guy? Hey, I just got 10,000 from Drake for giving him advice, or I just got 10,000. He just looking out for me hard. I mean, you know, for my hard times or something like that. Now, what it is that the significant other is how they go about it. Are they, you know, insecure about stuff
see,
like that?
That does lead into like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they never thought anything about it before, but you know how just people are like, okay.
What you doing?
I would just keep my eye, like me, like I'm not gonna jump like to conclusions. I'm just gonna keep my eye on the situation. I'm like, that's not really like people to do anything like that. Let me just, you know what I'm saying, just
it's out of the normal. I mean, you don't care. That's what I'm saying. Like, you won't catch too many men that just do stuff. I mean, I'm not saying that men are not capable of doing it, because there are men out here that are capable of doing it, but I'm just saying you don't catch, out of all the men, out of 100% of the men, you don't catch men that do that. Like, seriously, like, if a man is spending money on you, and when I say spending money, I'm not saying like I'm gonna go buy her a bag of chips or buy her a water bottle, you know what I mean, for something. I'm talking about spending money, taking you out to dinner on a regular, taking you to the movies on a regular, or stuff like that. They're expecting something out of this relationship that they're building with you.
Just spending time. That's what you're saying.
I mean, basically spending time, because they ain't even gotta spend money. Yeah, because
they just spending a lot of time together.
They're expecting something to
sometimes they
happen.
could probably look at it from a standpoint. So, say he knows that you got a significant other, but clearly you hanging out with him, so he's thinking that okay, huh?
Who's at fault?
I don't believe. Yeah, she'd be at fault, but I'm just saying he's probably thinking that, well, I got a chance of her actually being my girl, especially if she's like a mad cool, you know what I mean? It's like, I think she's dope. That's why I'm going out to the movies with her, go out, hey, we have a good time. Apparently, he's thinking that something ain't going right on the other end.
Well, see, that's where like I can say the biggest problem with being human, the amount of communication. You know what I'm saying? People don't communicate. You know what I'm saying? So like with that dude, even though you don't think he has those intentions, in the back of his mind he might. You know what I'm saying? You don't know, but then like that's up to the lady or that's up to the man to make it clear like, hey, I got somebody over here.
And that's what I'm saying, like that's when you have an understanding between what y'all relationship really is. You see what I'm saying? That's when you break it down like, we're not going to be more than friends, so I don't want you to go overboard, spend all this money, do all this, thinking it's going to turn into something. But I'm like, as a woman, if you willing to do it, I'm going to keep receiving it. You see what I'm saying? But that's the understanding of y'all relationship from the get-go.
Right. Nikki says emotional, mental, communication lead to the strongest level of cheating for women, in my opinion. I can't hardly see from that.
I agree with that.
I'm gonna read it again. I'm gonna read it again. Emotional, mental connection lead to the strongest level of cheating for a woman, in my opinion. They can't hear us on that side because they're not connected to the mic. We farther away.
Just tune into that.
Yeah.
So I agree with her to an extent. Because emotions, a lot of women, when it comes to a relationship, emotions get involved with women necessarily first before men. And I'm not saying this is not every single case, but most women, emotions get involved before the men's do.
Well, because it's probably to a point to where the women can pick up on stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like men could be talking like women, like men could just be talking like we're talking now. You know what I'm saying? But see, like the whole thing is they don't realize what they like until they actually find it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So like basically you come across a person that is that can communicate well. You know what I'm saying? You really didn't know you couldn't communicate well until you met this one person.
Yeah, they
you see what I'm
can
saying?
communicate.
Like, and it's not really that you're in love with them. You're in love with
what they
right.
they bring.
What
You
they
see what I'm saying? They're
exactly.
bringing something different to what you're used to. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
But and I can say this in my case, like with my relationship, when I first got with my boyfriend, like he wasn't like picture perfect dude. Like he got the looks, he got all of that, but some of the things that he was doing, it was like, yeah, I definitely gotta make adjustments. You see what I'm saying? But that's where you, and as a man, like
Hang on. Mark that down for another topic right there. Would you say, would you?
yeah, man, because when I say make adjustments, I'm not talking about like wow adjustments. I'm just talking about as far as
The way you say stuff.
the way he speak
right,
in
right,
public, the way he, you know what I mean? It's like, hey, we are in public. You know what I mean? Cussing too much, or don't say shut up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Real loud, make it look like you going at it, you know what I mean? Like, I know we playing, but people looking at you like, she talking to her like that? You see what I'm saying? So, so it's like, we know we playing, but people looking at us like, but it's like, we had to make some small adjustments, which he agreed, because it got to a point where one time it was just like, people was looking at us
the
like,
boys are sure to be dating while black.
Right.
yeah.
Everybody phone going off.
Okay, we got a comment over here. What did you... For being married is hard. To forgive it always pop up in the head. That's when you need to take it to God. If you forgive. Boyfriend and girlfriend is more common to happen. They feel that they're not dedicated to nobody. Not true. Well, for my opinion, I don't feel like boyfriend and girlfriend is more common to happen, because if it's, I mean, you got to understand, before you're married, your boyfriend and girlfriend before you're married. Now, there are people that just jump into marriage, but for the people like me, I've been with my guy for 9 years.
You're an exception.
You know what I mean? Like,
you're an exception.
like, boyfriend and girlfriend, it's not that it's more common to happen. It's more common to happen in any relationship, whether you're married or not. There's so many people out here that are married that are cheating. You know what I mean? Like, shit, even the president, when you know what I mean, the stuff that he's going through. So it's not like boyfriend and girlfriend married. It doesn't matter who you are. I mean,
it happens.
It happens. It's something that happens, and it's sad to say it happens often, but it happens.
I think it's probably more prevalent now with the side dudes and the side chicks and the $40 going around, so it's easy to cheat.
It's all the talking on Instagram.
It's so much temptation.
Definitely got
so much temptation
Oh,
now.
God. Oh my God, you right.
So much temptation now.
They lusting after people that they can't even. They're not even in the same country with. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
It's
right.
crazy.
Yeah.
So I think it just made cheating more accessible.
You
Right.
see all this booty.
There's more temptation out here.
Yeah,
That's
you
what
see
I mean,
all
if
this
you,
stuff on Instagram.
if you notice, that's how most
Facebook.
of these celebrities are getting caught cheating
Right.
on social media.
In the DM.
DM, inbox, messenger, like that's what, I don't know. I feel like social media, it can harm a relationship seriously. Like, when I say harm, I mean like seriously. And it's crazy because here it is, you have passwords and all of this, and you know you got a significant other, but when that significant other got your password and you still bold enough to do it on your social media. So to me, I feel like that's just, you want to get caught.
Right. So does that necessarily say that that's them hiding it if they know that their significant other has their passwords?
I wouldn't say necessarily hiding it, because they know that they got it, but that's their way of communicating, because there are people that get on there and that'll do something and erase it.
Hey,
and not get caught.
Your password cheat.
Huh? Yeah, if I don't know your password to your social media, it's a reason why I don't know your password. You're doing something, or you're trying to hide something. That's how I look at it. I look at it.
I don't agree with that.
Oh wow! So I need to go home and hand over all my stuff.
Right, but that's like I might have a car in the garage, and that's my car, and I don't want you to have the keys to it, nor can you drive it.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Because it's mine. So
touch my car. So
am I hiding something in the car that I don't want you to have the key to it? I want you to drive my car.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
True. So I can say this. What I mean when I say hiding. So if I'm already feeling a certain type of way, and I feel like you're doing something, period, and I don't know your passwords, but I notice, social media is what you're on 24/7, all of this, but I'm feeling this certain type of way. And if I was to ask you for your password, am I wrong for asking for your password with me feeling this type of way?
No, you ain't wrong for asking, but I want to know why.
I think
we should discuss it. Right. You feeling some type of way?
Yeah.
If you feel like you need my password to see what I'm doing, we need to discuss this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree with that.
I think this can let us segue into a different, like, who cheats better? Women or men? That's what I was talking about. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the big issue. Who cheats better, the women or the men?
Women.
I think the women do.
Absolutely.
But okay. So I just got a comment. I just noticed this. He said, "Can you forgive a female that ever opened her legs to another nigga?" My thing is, when it comes to a man is expecting to be forgiven, and in many cases they are forgiven by women. But when a woman does it, it's like, hell nah, it's over with.
A woman is submissive by nature. You know what I'm saying? So they're easier on forgiving. So I don't know about that one.
I think it can happen, but might be some shit tore up in the process of getting to that forgiveness part.
Right.
But I think eventually you can get to it, but I don't think it's gonna be as smooth. You know what I mean? There ain't gonna be no.
We can probably get to it, but I'm gonna do some fucked up shit.
So answer this question.
You fucking, I'm getting ready to go fuck me a couple bitches too.
So answer this question.
Does it really have to be like that? Oh, you cheat. I'm about to go do what I need to do.
I would think that helps anything, but
It helps the feeling. I'm a female. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I don't know. Like, you know, as far as doing revenge about doing it that way. But don't get me wrong. I'm gonna make you mad. I'm gonna make you regret what you did. You see what I'm saying? And when I say regret, not necessarily.
What you gonna pull the pistol out? What you gonna do?
No. I'm not talking about harming.
Nigga, I ain't going nowhere. She shit right here with this pistol, nigga. I ain't going nowhere. DJ not hell no, nigga. She got the pistol.
But no, when I say harm, I'm not talking about as far as hurting somebody or nothing like that. So don't take it like that, please. But when I say harm, and this is just personally me. I mean, like we say, like I get this a lot of times. A lot of people tell me, like, I don't see how you so cold-hearted. Because me, like,
say that all the time.
It's a lot of people think that, like, damn, how she, you know what I mean? Like me, I'm going tit for tat. Like, fuck me over, I'm gonna fuck you over even harder.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? And that's just me.
You look like you don't care. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, some women you get that'll tear up all your shit. That ain't me. I ain't tearing up nothing because I'm not going to jail, first of all. And then if I do bring you back, then I look stupid because I done tore up your car and all of this stuff. And then I bring you back. Now you got to use my car. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's just not me.
You tear up my shit, you're going to jail. And your ass ain't coming back.
But we get women like that. And I noticed, like, you got women out here that a terrible man shit, like everything that they have because they got cheated on. And I don't know how, I don't know how that makes a woman feel better about themselves by doing it that way when you bring them back anyway. So I never understood that. Like,
ladies, don't tear up your man shit. And fellas, don't be a bitch ass nigga and tear up your woman shit.
Have there ever been a case like that? I don't.
Nah,
I mean, me, I ain't never seen.
yeah, I've heard stories.
Yeah, I see that shit all the time. Them be the niggas that you be like, damn, we missed the signs. The one that he went and killed her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It led up. It was gradual steps. First it was verbal abuse, then it was physical abuse, then it was, you know what I'm saying, doing bitch assness shit.
Yeah,
like,
now let me take that back. I have seen, because I watch a lot of crime shows where men or a woman has did something and the man has literally killed her and then killed himself. Now I have seen that.
Bust out her car with me. I've seen that.
I just saw a video of a dude. Him and his girl was getting into it for some cheating and shit, and it was, I think it was a Facebook Live video, and he blasted her ass, shot her in the head on the video.
On the Facebook Live.
Yeah. Popped her.
So it's, can you be forgiven? Can you forgive somebody for cheating? Basically.
I think you can. I think depending on what the situation is and depending on how strong y'all are, and what transpired on how it happened and you work through it, I think, I mean, really in a lot of cases, because I'm pretty sure, like I was saying, out of all relationships, like probably 90% of relationships have had infidelity involved. Even in people that has been married for 30 plus years, there's been an infidelity part within that relationship somewhere, you know what I mean? And they're still strong together. And to tell you the truth, I feel like
Stronger.
that brings you stronger, you know what I mean? So like, I feel like, yeah, I mean, it can definitely be forgiven. I mean, but to an extent, because what I was about to say earlier, so say if you cheated on somebody and they had a baby,
Yeah, I was
in that
gonna say that
situation,
too.
can you ever forgive that type of situation?
Hell nah. If she come in pregnant and the baby ain't mine, you got to go.
Then that's like a double standard again, right?
Yeah.
Like
Double standard again.
the guy,
If he
Right.
gets somebody pregnant,
with the girl, like he gonna be like, nigga, this gonna cost me money. I'm out. It's about to cost me.
Yeah, I'm gone.
he got a comment over there, I see.
No, because I got the comment, but let me see. If you can't do it or say it around your spouse, you cheat.
Period.
True. That's what we said
And
earlier.
then shout out to my man Antoine. I see you, man. Men don't cheat.
Alright, so we got a comment over here. We got Jasmine. Shout out to Jasmine. Said, I will forgive. I took a vow to death do us apart. I'm not saying that anything goes, but if your foundation is strong, you can get through anything. True.
Facts.
True. That is definitely true.
I feel like when you first enter a relationship with somebody, it's you're constantly changing, right? So like you're not the same person you get in a relationship with in the very beginning.
Right.
I can't hear him in this.
I was saying I feel like when you first get in a relationship with somebody, like you and the other person, you're constantly evolving into different people, right? So you go through different stages of your life. But I think also it depends on like what transpired to warrant the other person to cheat. Like what was you doing, if anything, that warranted that person's response for them to go seek outside counsel? You know what I'm saying? Like were you not being supportive of the person? Were you being abusive to the person? Like what was happening that had them seek outside of your relationship to make up whatever you were lacking, if anything? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know. It's a tough question, man.
I see what you're saying, but I feel like when it comes to the forgiving part of something like that, we come together to figure out what drew you to do that. So as a woman, if my man cheated on me because of I'm not supportive, am I willing to be more supportive? You see what I'm saying? Right. And if I'm willing to be more supportive and show him that I can be more supportive, then I see that working out. But as a woman, if I feel like I can't support you in that way, then you would never forgive that man, because he's always going to seek for that support. You see what I'm saying? So that would never work out. So there's certain situations like when it comes to cheating as far as forgiving, because there's a reason why they're out there doing what they're doing. You see what I'm saying? You're not fulfilling them in some part that they need to be fulfilled in. And if y'all can't fix that, you would never forgive them.
Right.
And I feel like even when it comes to a baby, I'm sorry. I feel like when you have a baby with someone else, for you to put yourself at risk and put me at risk too, that tells me how much you care about me. So when I say put me at risk, you out here raw dogging, you see what I'm saying? That's putting me at risk with everything that you got going on. You know what I mean? So I feel like you don't care about me in a way, period. If you was to...
What if they used one in the snack?
Yeah.
Now, in cases like that, yeah, but that's like very rare.
Oh, so you just think everybody's going wrong?
No, I'm not saying everybody's going raw that's cheating, but I'm just saying like for you to get another woman pregnant, like that is like the worst thing you can ever do to a person. Because not only does this person have to be around this other child, but they have to deal with this other woman that they know that, you know, my man
interfered in the relationship.
You see what I'm saying? So obviously this other woman fulfilled you in a way maybe I wasn't fulfilling you. So what makes you think, for me, this is me. For me, I feel like once that transpired and then a baby is there, it's like I can't forgive you when a baby's involved. It's over with.
I can forgive you, but we ain't gonna be together. I wish you well. But yeah.
Sometimes that could be and should be the best case scenario. I mean, because like a lot of times holding on to something will bring you down personally.
Yeah. It's a lot of energy in staying mad at somebody.
Yeah, but seeing that little child every day, I be like, man, that's
this little bastard. This little bastard.
Seeing a little child, so like in situations like that, because I know people who have cheated, had kids, and they still got back with the woman they cheated on.
Right.
Like, okay, so is it possible? My bad. Is it possible for? Like, what is the woman thinking? Like, oh, this is a constant reminder. Do you hold a grudge towards that child?
I've never been in that situation, so I really can't speak on it. But like, for me, looking into it, I would say, personally, yes, that's a constant reminder. Me seeing that child is a constant reminder. That's not my child.
But I don't think you should hold a grudge.
I mean, when I say hold a grudge towards the child,
towards the child, nah.
Because if I'm holding a grudge towards that child, I don't need to be with this man. You see what I'm saying? Because that child is innocent at the end of the day. But I'm really not I wouldn't say hold a grudge towards the child. I'm holding a grudge of what happened. If I can't never forgive him for what he did in this child and allow them to come into our life, I don't need to be with him. You see what I'm saying? You have women out here to this day that allow men that has been cheated on, has kids, and they just forgave them and treat the child differently. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Which is not really the child's fault, but what it is they never really forgave him, so they take it out on the child. Yeah. So that's what I mean when I say holding a grudge. When I'm not saying that grudge is necessarily towards that child. It's really towards that man, but you taking it out on that child.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So
if it's gonna be a grudge, just leave, man.
Yeah, it's just time to go.
It's time to go.
It's time to go. Like that's why I said, me personally, I don't think I can ever
I'm not gonna sit here and just keep being mad about the same shit over and over and over. I'm just gonna leave.
Hey, so when there's instances of, because people cheat for like a lot of different reasons, you know what I'm saying?
People cheat for a lot of different reasons. What if it's not like anything, like what if it's like a subtle reason, it just suddenly just happened? You know what I'm saying? Because like there's instances where you try to tell your wife like, hey, you know, I'm about to go to school. You see what I'm saying? Like realistically, people think they don't change when they go get educated. Mm-hmm. But you do. You know, once you find out something, once you learn something, your thought process changes. You know what I'm saying? So what if your mate starts to have a different thought process and you can't keep up with it?
So why don't my mate tell me that?
I mean, when they're telling you go, like, come on, let's go take some classes. And, nah, I gotta go to work. Nah, I got something to do. Right. Nah, I gotta take care of the kids. Nah, this. You know what I'm saying? Like, so one person is staying the same
and one person is changing.
But that's when we get to the point where I can say, when I say being together, you're together for so long, but sometimes people grow apart. You see what I'm saying? Like I look at it as like in Dwayne Wade and his wife. It got to a point where he grew apart from his wife. You see what I'm saying? Like he was going a different way than where she was going. You see what I'm saying? But the thing is that he communicated that with his wife. Like, this and that. This is what, you know what I mean? I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, and you just still sitting there. But as a man, I can respect him because he communicated that with his wife. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like there's always cases where we may get together and we may be vibing in the first year, 2 years, and then it gets to a point where we start to grow apart. So that's where the connection should be done after that, before the infidelity part comes into it. But as a man, and even as a woman, you have to communicate that. You don't get too many men, you don't get too many women that communicate. They just rather just go out there and fulfill their needs and do what they gotta do and just get caught cheating.
I don't know, man.
Like I said, man, this is a touchy subject.
Yeah,
Is that how over yet?
we've been on for 51 minutes.
So
We got any comments? What's on the app?
It looked like Valencia Lewis.
How about Tricia Lewis? That's my wife.
hey Tracy.
Now, I can see it from here. It said if you can't,
Hey, she's been
I can't see it.
It says
Yeah, what?
if you can't do it or say it around your spouse, then it's cheating.
oh man, she's on all platforms. Oh yeah, that's important in the mud, man. That's what's up.
I feel like that is 100% true. Because if you're hiding it,
Yeah.
it's a reason why you're hiding it.
Hey, so and then there's also other scenarios like I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm an old guy, you know what I'm saying? So I've been DJing like for a long time. So I started doing parties. I started being prime time. I'm starting getting a little more attention than what I'm accustomed to. You know what I'm saying? Once I started being prime time, but I've never really been like, into the club to try to like meet women. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't go home with people after the club or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing. But like, what if before I became prime time, I wasn't always about the right? You know what I'm saying? I always used to have like, 2, 3, 4, 5 girlfriends at a time.
Damn!
Yeah, this sounds about right. Me too. I was doing too.
You know what
I
I'm
had a
saying?
girlfriend. I had hoes. These hoes.
But see, the whole thing is, this is what I'm saying. That's when I was young. I was like 19, 20 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, once you start to grow up, you know what I'm saying? Like when people hold on to those things that you do when you were a young man, when you were a boy. You know what I'm saying? And I've grown out of that stuff, but they're still holding on to like, nigga, you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, shoot, I'm 40-something years old. I'm not on the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
I had a girl tell me I was cheating with an ex that I ain't talked to in fucking forever. They just found that I used to talk to this chick and she was like, "Oh, you fucking cheating? How? Cause I didn't tell you about this motherfucker." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
fucking
some
stupid.
Yeah, that's some silly shit right there. I don't understand. I mean,
stupid.
but there are different. Like when we talk about women, there are different types of women.
Yeah, bipolar.
Like,
That's some crazy
seriously,
shit.
like there's different types of women. I've seen insecure women, and sometimes I just be looking like you really tripping off of that? You know what I mean? Like,
What up, Terry?
what? I mean, like you got women that are very clingy too. They man can't go nowhere without them.
Ah, man, I don't like that either.
And I mean,
Okay.
and if you do leave that person, or if you go somewhere and you invite the other one, they think you cheating, and that's crazy to me. Cause I feel like outside of a relationship, a man has to have a life too. You see what I'm saying? So,
Let me say this too. I want to say something real quick, y'all. I don't trust women with male best friends.
I got a male best friend.
Fuck that. All that male best friend, that's just my best friend. No, that's not your motherfucking best friend. That's your fuck buddy.
I got a male best friend.
That is not true. I got a female best friend. And she hang with my wife more than she hang with me now. So
that's cool.
But that's cool. But see, my male best friend don't hang with my dude.
I don't trust the shit. Every time I've been in a situation where a woman was like, "That's my best friend," they end up together and they been fucked.
I would say it depends.
Never ever.
I would say it depends because I'm pretty sure my boyfriend would never, and he would never have to, but would know me well enough and know him well enough to where that would never happen. Now I have a best friend, and this is before I even met him, so he knew him from jump.
Yeah,
you sound now when you bringing a male best friend in the middle of the relationship, it's a little different. But when we say a male best friend from jump, like he's been my male best friend from jump. So he's been to the house. He's even been out to eat with us a couple times. I mean, like it's different because
been a task keeping him in the friends line all the years.
These male best friends I'm talking about, me ain't never been.
You can't tell me that nigga that took his shot. That nigga took his shot from half court. Homie.
These male best friends, I ain't never saw these dudes. We ain't hung y'all.
See, that's
no
different.
Drink.
Yeah, see, that's
just
different.
Be like, that's just my best friend.
Nah, that ain't.
But y'all going out eating and you having drinks and shit like that. Then I end up finding out they done been doing they
big done turned her into a baby daddy. That she hate and she can't stay.
Other girls had a male best friend. They married now.
I mean, because in that case, look, when you look at marriage, you marry your
best friend.
You know what I'm saying?
And that was one of my questions. Like, if that's your best friend, why won't you just marry your best friend?
I mean, that's how you look at it. But like my best friend, my male best friend, I don't even look at him like that. I look at him as more as my brother. You see what I'm saying? So it depends on the relationship.
This is a whole nother fucking conversation now.
Man, I would say it depends on the relationship. Like I said, I can call my boyfriend and be like, hey, I'm about to go out to eat with, so and so, and he be like, all right, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, that's cool, because he knows him and he knows me. Not only does he know me, but he knows him, and he's been knowing him from jump.
But I hate this shit.
So my fault. Did you know your boyfriend before you knew your best friend, or you knew your best friend before?
I knew my best friend before I knew my boyfriend.
So at that point, it's kind of like, okay, I mean, right.
Coming with her. Did you ever do this shit before you got with your boyfriend now? Niggas ain't shit, but you had a fucking male best friend.
Well, see, in my case, when I say niggas ain't shit, really to tell you the truth, when I say I've never really said that, because I feel like there are good men in the world. You see what I'm saying? So like, that's what I'm saying. I'm a different female when it comes to stuff like that. There are females out here that feel like there's no niggas out here. And maybe when I say no niggas, maybe they're talking about, because they be like, anybody in that town, all these niggas out here is dogs, or you know what I mean? But
that crossover situation.
Yeah, so it's like, me personally, I don't. That's not me. You see what I'm saying? Because I feel like there are men out here, but it depends on where you're finding them at, how you carry yourself, or you know what I mean. It's circumstances to this stuff. So
right, like you going to the club to
find a husband.
Bootsy concert to find a husband. Come on, you're not gonna find a husband at the Bootsy concert.
You might find him at Walmart, maybe.
On the whim, like you just run it, like make sure you ain't dialed up and shit. And the nigga try to talk to you, that's the nigga you want to try to get with. The one that he sees you without all your
just make sure the nigga ain't got just candy and Pop-Tarts and shit.
Right.
If he buying steaks and chicken and shit,
make sure
that might be your husband.
Everything on the food pyramid, that might be your husband. You know what I'm saying?
So that's what I'm saying. It's when it comes to I mean, sometimes I feel like women set themselves up too. You know what I mean? When it comes to cheating, you meet a man, you all made up, fake. You know what I mean? All this. Then when they see the true you, they
hell no, bro. Wake up in the morning, need a face on the pillow. She was a whole different person last night. We woke up this morning, nigga. I couldn't believe it. I woke up next to Bigfoot, nigga.
Ugly.
So sometimes when
Hey, nigga, she
All these years I thought these was her real lashes.
right,
She
exactly.
had all the curves last night, nigga. She turned into Lizzo after that.
Shit start popping out from everywhere.
So sometimes when I say women, not necessarily on their looks, I'm just talking about you got women not only fake their looks but fake what they like or like and what they expect out of somebody. You got women out here that feel like, you got women out here that try to change a man, and I feel like you can change maybe some things, but you can't change a man. And so you got women that go into relationships like, oh, okay, he smoke weed, but when we get together, I'm gonna keep him from I'm gonna stop him from smoking weed because I don't like that. And it's like, man, when you first met him, he smoked weed. So what makes you think he's gonna stop? He may stop in front of you, but this nigga is probably in the car lighting it up. You see what I'm saying?
Therefore, he's cheating.
Wait, Mrs. Lewis said her and her husband met at the club.
Yeah, we did. We met at the old Fusion.
I met my wife at the club,
Okay.
but it was. I was working and I wasn't there partying.
What kind of
Like I watched her like through the night though. You know what I'm saying? I see how she acted and shit. And she was like one of the last people to leave, and I hollered at her. You know what I'm saying? Been together 10 years.
But when we say we talking about Boosie concerts, we talking about niggas like literally acting a fool.
And she and they're like, you understand what's going on? She too ratchet.
I mean, you might have a ratchet couple come together. You see what I'm saying? And they make it work because that's what they do.
Right.
You know what I mean? But we're talking about when you find somebody in the club and you're expecting them to change from that pattern how you met them. So they were clubbing every night, and you expect them once they get with you, they not go out no more.
Yeah, and for both of us, it just so happened that we was there that night. Like, I think she had a friend that was in town.
Your best friend?
She had a friend that was in town from Vegas, I believe, so they were out. And then one of my buddies was getting ready to move to Texas, so that's why we was out, just celebrating. So that's how that happened. I said we was at the right place at the right time, I guess.
God brought y'all together.
How long y'all been together?
Together 14 years, married. It'll be 12 in September.
Congratulations, brother.
Been knowing her for 15, so yeah, it's like we dated for about a year before we actually considered ourselves boyfriend and girlfriend.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how it was for me too. Like,
Yeah.
he didn't get to meet my daughter. He's like, when I'm gonna meet my daughter?
Hold on. For you too.
I mean, I'm not married. I'm talking about as far as we consider ourselves boyfriend and girlfriend.
Come along.
We're not married, but I'm talking about considering us boyfriend and girlfriend. As a woman, me personally, like I have a daughter, so I'm very protective over my daughter, and I always wanted to be a prime example for my daughter. So like bringing random men around my daughter was just not happening. You see what I'm saying? So like, I mean, there are women that do those things. I'm not trying to discourage. I mean, not trying to talk down on y'all or nothing. But me personally, I feel like once you meet my daughter, we in it. You know what I mean? So It took time for him to finally meet my daughter, and it was crazy how he met my daughter, but it took some time. So like, me personally, I feel like you gotta get to know a person, you know what I mean, before you.
Right.
Because when we first met, I went to school with him, but we first met each other at Tremors.
$5. Fucked up, but I went home and threw a whole nice story about one of them.
I got a whole story about Tremors. That's a whole nother story for another day.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's the ratchet on the ratchet topic.
That would be a fun topic.
But that's when I swear, that's when I first, like, he was like, I'm about to go to Tremors. I'm like, all right, well, bet, I'll meet you up here. You see what I'm saying? And that was our first time seeing each other in person.
That's where the niggas with the sweatbands, they was in there picking up all the girls.
Dancing the Latin Tabby.
That wasn't the night you picked some people with it.
You said that. No, it was the next night.
We gonna say this story one other day.
Oh my God.
That was the next time. It was like, damn, for real? Yeah, but yeah, it was literally seriously.
What y'all was talking on MySpace or something?
Nah, I went to school with him, so.
Damn.
Oh, Jesus.
I think that might be our hour.
That might be our cue. Time to go, nigga.
Stuff flying off the wall.
They used to be.
If any women is watching my live, y'all come and tell me, do y'all like that? Men going into the club in their work uniform? It doesn't matter. Because, like I said, at the end of the day, I might meet you in your work uniform that first night, but I'm going to find out if you really got a job or not.
I mean, does that matter?
What? If you have a job? In a relationship?
I mean, what if you got a job and you ain't got the money yet?
What you mean?
Like,
If you just started and you ain't got your pay.
Yeah, you ain't got that first check yet.
They pay every 2 weeks, but you don't get paid to the third one.
you ain't
I
got
mean, but when I say verify that you got a job, I know that you're at work. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not talking about I need to see a check stub or see how much you make. It's not no big deal to me. But verifying that you work is what you work. But I feel like if a man is coming into the club all the time with a work uniform, this is a man that bounced job to job. Because it's like, if that's your way of getting women, you ain't got no game.
Hey, shout out to 98.3. They said salute.
Oh, right on.
okay.
Good looking.
That's what's
Good
happening.
looking. Appreciate it.
But I feel like I said, I still got to get to know who you are as a person, jobless or with a job. It doesn't matter. And that's where a lot of women fail at. They're so impressed of how much a person makes or what they got, and y'all don't even realize this person, you can't even get along with this person. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, when we go back to that subject of what we're talking about, sometimes men set themselves up and so do women. You set yourself up for being cheated on because I feel like you don't know this person ins and out, and you never really got to know this person, and then when they start cheating, it's like, oh, I'm about to fuck some shit up, or I'm about to tear some cars up, and it's just like, what are you doing
that's
all
stupid.
that for? That's
stupid.
silly to me.
And at the same time, like, who really wants to get to know another person's ins and outs? You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you can only know so much about
So many people. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, like, really, I don't want to be like, man, I know that bitch. I know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I see her.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean, it comes to certain points to getting knowing a person. Like, I'm not saying, like, I knew this nigga from the
At some
jump.
point, you should know.
At some point in your relationship, I can tell you this dude patterns. I can tell you what he gonna do. I can tell you on a daily basis of what he do. You see what I'm, and this is me 9 years in though. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, well, yeah, 9 years in, of course. You so, yeah.
But when I say, but I'm not talking about a year or I'm not talking about 2 years because patterns change.
So what happens when it turns into, like, because basically a lot of people go from, like, they're in their relationship and they know so much about their last relationship that
They don't give this new one a chance.
right. Like, they don't give a new one a chance, and then it's still like you kind of like pillow talking about the last nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's where
that's
women,
the baggage.
that's where
when they got baggage issues.
Yeah, that's when women gotta get. I mean, they gotta get themselves together. Like, it was to a point where like you know what I mean. Some women are like that, and it's sad to say that. Because you can't bring that baggage, like you was just saying, to another relationship. Because this man, you might draw that man away by, doing all that.
I mean, because I'm gonna tell you, back in like 01, 02, there's a girl that I dated, and she still to this day, like, we still conversate from time to time, but doesn't understand why I kind of kept my distance from her. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you had a son, daddy got locked up, but you're going out there to visit him all the time. Isn't that kind of like a red flag?
That's a red flag.
Yeah, that's a red flag. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, yeah, she's
Still
getting
got
prison talk
feelings,
too.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because when he get out of prison, what's gonna happen?
Exactly. Well, I keep your dishes. You know what I'm saying?
And that's where she should
I know a
understand
situation
something like that.
that.
Like you gotta, as a woman, you have women that expect men to just be, accept everything, and that's not the case. Like, if I was even a woman coming from that and seeing my man still visiting a chick in prison, that's a red flag. Like, what's going on there? You see what I'm saying? Like, for you to take your time out your day to do this on weekly basis, it doesn't make sense, especially if we kicking it. You see what I'm saying?
Like, and we in Indianapolis, right? Ain't no prisons close to Indianapolis.
You got Plainfield.
Hey, we got a comment over here talking about the men wearing the stuff, wearing they work clothes to the club. She said if they purposely doing it, then that's trash. I agree. If you purposely wearing work clothes,
if you put your work clothes on to go to the club, then yeah. You just get out. But if you get out of work and just like, man, I'm gonna hit the spot real quick, then I do it.
That's
I'll be like, let me run up to the spot real quick.
when I know you out,
if that's all they got going, how come they can't try it?
Yeah, if that works for them, go ahead and try.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna say because at the end of the day, if that's all you going, once I do get to talk to you or we do get the kick, what else are you gonna show? Are you ever gonna come out of your work clothes? You mean
that's the whole point to come out the work clothes. I'm gonna show you something
You said so this stick talk.
No comment on that. No.
We'll show you what I can do with this drill when I be at work.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just feel like when it comes back to the subject, when it comes to cheating, there's certain people that can forgive. There's certain ways you can forgive a person. There are certain situations you can forgive a person, but there are situations where I feel like some people never really forgave that person. So, you got people out here that literally cheating on them and then blast them on Facebook and then get back with them. And then when they do something wrong, you blast them again for the past. You never really got over it. So it's toxic. So you got to let that go at the end of the day. But you got people out here that I feel like they like stuff like that. They like to be toxic or like the drama between it, because I don't understand why people still going back.
Hey, thanks for your comment, Mr. Rice. Hey, he said don't be a hater. At least he's working.
You working, okay, you working, but if you take me on, when we go on our first date, you come in your work uniform, bruh, you would never have a chance with me.
So is he intentionally going out in his work uniform to pick up chicks, or is he just actually happen to be getting off the work?
That's how I look at it.
That's on the first day. I feel like that's different though.
You have no
personality. Y'all going on first date?
Date.
She said whole date. On my first date to go.
That is a different.
When I meet you, I can say when I meet you in the club, if I meet you in the club and you got on your work uniform, I'm not gonna lie to you. I probably wouldn't even talk to you because you have on your work uniform. Because that's something I'm not turned on by. Me personally, I can give a damn if you got a job. I make my own income. So as an independent woman that got everything going for herself, I don't care to see a man in a work uniform. That's not something that's going to impress me.
Can you just get past the uniform and just get to the conversation then?
That's what I'm saying. So, like, if a person approached me, they talking, and they got on this work uniform, like I said, it's going to be hard for me to get over. If you got if we match in personality and we talking and we get some good conversation, yeah, I can get over that.
So look.
But you got a Kroger smart on.
So but you said,
hey, that makes you bread though. That's like 25 hours right there.
You said your dude can't pick you up on the first date with his work uniform. All right, so if he getting off of work and said, look, I got a bunch of shit I gotta do, but I want to take you out real quick. But I'm just now getting off of work, and he got his work uniform on. That's your first day. You just like, back. I got a bunch of other shit to do. I feel like if you got a lot of stuff to do, handle your business. Get with me when you available. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to see you in your work uniform. I can care less about that. So you said motherfuckers be saying people cold. You a cold motherfucker. You a cold.
She always looking to that at the beginning of the show.
I tell you, I straight out from cold motherfucker.
Yeah, cold. Nigga, I ain't trying to see you in your work shit. Nigga, don't come to my house and talk about you want to go to Mickey D's. Got your work uniform on.
Man, yeah, I'm sorry. I feel like if you just got off work and you like, oh, I'm running a little late on this date, I gotta go home, handle your business. If I still agree to go on this date, we still gonna go on this date, but go handle your business. But don't you show up to my first date
like, damn, this nigga went home to change clothes, dude. This been 3 hours.
Right.
Now that's a whole nother issue.
That's what I'm saying.
But I told you. So either we go now.
Let's go on a different day. Let's reschedule. If it takes you 3 hours to get ready, reschedule. If you running late behind, you was at work, I understand that. I respect that. But don't have me waiting because of what you was doing. I work too. Shit. You see what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. I'm working just like you working. But I was able to get off at this time because I knew I had something scheduled.
Well, I'm a truck driver. Sometimes I don't get out till 2 hours later.
See, that's what I'm saying. When it comes to me, I'm
my God said different. You better be dressed to a T then when y'all go.
Hell yeah.
All the way on point.
Hey, I was on point. I told y'all I'm 9 years in, so I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking for nobody right now.
What about like a quick meetup?
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey. I was just in the neighborhood, just on my lunch. I just wanted to stop by and say, hey.
Stop by where? First of all, you wouldn't even know where I live.
Well, come to Starbucks then. Shit.
You know what I mean? Just saying, like, what
happened to so real quick?
You know what I'm doing with her? Man, never mind, man. Fuck it.
Hey, man.
Man, fuck you, dog.
Hey, look. This is what
you're one of those. I'll talk to you later, and I won't ever call you back.
I am.
Hey, nigga, shit, I don't know, nigga, shit.
I did it a couple of times. So, like, that's true. Like, I swear, man, I'm not bragging on being cold-hearted, but my standards, I don't lower my standards for nobody. If you can't come up to my standards, then it is what it is. You not up to my standards. I'm not about to down myself or belittle myself or I can't do that. I have standards. You see what I'm saying? And it is what it is. If I'm going out of the day and I agree,
damn, Joe Rock, boy, you got your hands full, boy.
He good, yeah. Starbucks on lunch. He's gonna go on lunch. He'll be like, hey, I'm about to go.
But that's different. You see what I'm saying? You talking about on lunch. You still at work. I know you. I expect you to be in your uniform. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's different. But when we're talking about you're literally coming to the club and you're in your work uniform and that's your way of talking to a chick, like, come on, bruh. Come on. Like, you lame. You lame to me. I swear, you're lame. Because that shows you have no type of personality or pulling any type of chick with your personality. If it takes for a person to look at you because you have a work uniform on, that's a problem.
Hey, I'm going to tell y'all, Ye, she's like one of the coldest DJs in the group. I'm going to tell y'all, she's like the most liked DJ in the group. I think she just went down a couple rungs, though.
I'm a pass,
Shout out to all my fans. I love y'all to death. So don't think just because I'm cold-hearted. Don't think because I'm cold-hearted that it goes towards my DJ and I'm still going to do my thing. Y'all love me for a reason. But that's just me. Like, if you know me, a lot of people don't know me like that. Like, when it comes to, like, my fans and stuff, y'all might not know me like that. But, like, I'm the type of person where I don't play no games. I'm straightforward, like, real shit. Like,
I don't play no games either.
Hey, we can add that for like another another topic. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how you be.
Yeah.
See that? That's your own show.
I'll do one of them.
But this, you know how you just put people on a pedestal for so long, and then when you finally get where you want to get to, it's like a big letdown. You know what I'm saying? Like,
This motherfucker.
Hey, we got some comments over here. It said, nope, go wash your ass and then we can go eat. I feel you,
come
Nicole
on here,
Anderson.
Tino.
I feel you, Nicole Anderson.
It's live. We live, baby.
Live for an hour and a half. You done missed the whole first hour and a half.
What up, Mike?
Had a game, man. Dude.
Yes. And then we got another comment on here. It's like, why it take you 3 hours?
Hey, but look, check this out. The topic is, what's the topic?
Topic is, can you ever forgive somebody for cheating? And what is considered cheating? But we went on a different topic. Like,
So what's
Switch it up a little bit.
yeah. We was talking about some.
What's your thought on it, real quick?
Can I get someone? Can I forgive someone for cheating?
As a man,
I
from
can,
a woman.
man. I can, but it's gonna be a bunch of shit to it.
Only way I see myself honestly saying yes is like you give me that's a get out of jail free card. So like, if something was to happen, I can be like, I'm gonna use that against you. Like, you kind of open that door. But honestly, no. Once you cheat, yeah, it's over.
So do you expect for a woman to forgive you for doing it?
Talk this shit, OG.
Yeah, we normally get a second chance. Like that's what it is. We
So
get
how
a
does
second
double
chance.
standard though? Why do you feel like a woman should forgive you when you can't forgive a woman?
It's not that I can't. I won't. That's just what it is. Like I could, I'm not gonna do it because I feel like if a woman cheats, she would do it again.
Right.
Versus a guy, we learn our lessons for the most part. We try to be. If it's like a legit, like, hey, I was stressed out, whatever. But we just cheating, like, if we not getting random babes off, then that's different. You need to
go back to that car with somebody in the garage. You know what I'm saying? Like you might drive the car one time, you might get on it, and the motherfucker might spin out. Yeah. Like, I ain't gonna do that shit again. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, I'm cool. I ain't never gonna spin out again like that. I'm good.
Yeah, I think from a woman's standpoint, like women hold on harder than a man will. I think as a man, y'all look at it as if that's a violation. Like that's something. I don't think as a man, when a woman goes out and cheat on a man, y'all look at it as a pride thing, more of an ego. Like my woman out here cheating with so and so, or you know what I mean? Like y'all can't accept it.
Man, I feel like y'all got an innie, y'all got an outie. I could just wash it off. Y'all can't.
Hey, Jordan Lewis just said it's a man thing, the ego. I just said that. I feel like it's an ego
A lot of times,
thing.
man, with women,
like, I don't know, men hold themselves in high regards with themselves. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what people think of me, but it kind of really doesn't matter. I know what I am.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, basically, when I think of somebody else compared to somebody else, it's kind of like a comparison. I'm like, oh, you compared me to this nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm not to be compared with.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, there's no comparison. You know, so
That's an ego. You see what I'm saying? That's an ego.
That is an ego, but the whole thing is like in real life, in the scenarios, I'm like, man, most of the people these like women be cheating with don't.
Yeah.
They can't compare. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, what do I look at it as? I'm like, as far as education, as far as business, as far as how much money we make, we look at everything. Hey, I know I'm the truth in other areas as well. You see what I'm saying? But see, the whole thing is, I'm like, why would you still go do that when you have all this?
The same reason why a man went out and did that, and she felt like he had all that. I mean, obviously something is missing. You see what I'm saying? When a woman cheats, something's missing, just like it is for a man. You wasn't doing something right. Something is missing in that.
well, I'd say I'm a cold-blooded motherfucker. You know, like really, a lot of people come across to me and like they'll make a comment and it just seems like I won't. It seems like I don't care, you know, because I don't comment on a lot of stuff. There you go. Go ahead, man.
No.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like being on Facebook Live. I have a feeling I'll be in trouble sometime soon. I have to take conversations with some people I don't want to have.
I probably gotta have a conversation when I get home too. You know what I'm saying?
See, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm straight. I'm in the clear.
Yeah, what you mean by that? Man, don't even worry about it. Where the Xbox controller at? Shit. Turn the PlayStation on. I ain't paying you no attention.
So when it comes down to this subject, I really think it depends on the situation. When it comes to a man, overall, what y'all say? Y'all can never forgive a woman, right?
I can forgive. It's just gonna be some bullshit till.
It just depends.
You really think that you can get over? At the end of the day,
Yeah, but I gotta go do. I gotta go do some bullshit though. That's just me. I gotta go do some bullshit. Then later I'll be like, you know what? Fuck it. It's over with.
And you would never bring it up ever again.
No. I'm gonna bring it up. When she break it up, I'm like, what? Shut the fuck up. Why you bringing that shit up?
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
It was just last week.
That's a no. You're saying that's a no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's not really forgiving.
That's a no. That's a okay.
That's no. All right, then. No, it's no then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's not really forgiving a person.
It's a no then. I thought I could forgive. As long as I go do some bullshit before I forgive your ass.
It's a tit for tat, and that's what it sounds like. But believe me, it's gonna get brought back up. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way you're gonna just drop it and just be like.
If a dude stay, he gonna use that get out of jail free card. She may not find out, he gonna use it.
Yeah,
remember what happened back in 03? Yeah, I ain't forget that shit.
Trust comes into it because I feel like once you cheat on me, we gonna have trust issues. And as a woman, like, I don't think men are prepared for the situations that they're going to be put through when it comes to gaining a woman's trust again. So that can draw a man away too, because like, you cheat on me, I'm on your ass, and not necessarily on your ass. I mean, like, it goes back to the password thing. Like, nigga, you're not about to just think that you about to just be rolling around and all this other shit, or you done cheated on me and I'm not about to be I mean, you know what I mean? Figure out where you going, and like, it's gonna be some shit.
On my phone.
You break up the trust. Like, that's the biggest thing is trust. Like, and it's hard to build up trust, and trust is not built up over just a little period of time. It takes a long time to build a person's trust. And when I say build, I don't think it's ever built to that point of when y'all first got together, but I feel like it's built enough to where y'all may be able to stay together. Put it like that.
Okay. Define cheating, because relationships get fabricated. So
cheating.
This is from,
back to what we were talking about in the beginning. Cheating. If you are lying to your significant other, your whereabouts, your I would say dating, or
that's not cheating.
Being anywhere, I think that's cheating.
If you're doing something
that you're not supposed to do,
that you know your significant other is not okay with, that's cheating. Whether, I don't know if it's like,
it ain't always just sexual. Put it like
so
that.
I disagree.
But if you get out to the brass tacks of things, right? Let's get down to the meat of the shit, right? What are we here for? Period. Point blank. Ask yourself that. A man is here to reproduce.
Right.
Period. That's our nature, right?
Right.
So the institution of marriage, I think, is a whole tax scheme. Honestly, like, I don't need a piece of paper to tell me that's that's my wife, and I love my wife, and I'm willing to sacrifice. I'm willing to jump in front of a bullet for her. You feel me?
Right.
So if I'm willing to do that, does that mean I'm willing not to cheat? Because I know the ramifications behind it, like how much pain I, put her in and all of that. Yeah. So, I mean, I think it's really up to the individual in y'all relationship. Like, what is y'all relationship about? What is it built on? Is it a solid foundation?
Right.
So,
I mean, I feel like if you taking another woman out and you're like we was talking about spending money, taking her out on dates or to the movies, like that's cheating, because what are you doing that for when you got somebody you can do that with?
What if y'all go play chess?
use a hoe.
Chess.
I mean, how many women do you know? You know what I'm saying? Like, how many people, like, really, not even just.
I agree with
how many
that.
people do y'all know that knows how to play chess?
You might find another woman that can play
I can
chess and
play.
you want to take her to play chess. So that in that situation,
But you didn't know though. What's how you didn't know?
what you mean? Like
They
I didn't know
they was playing chess for hours, and he's telling you he was getting overtime.
It wouldn't be no reason to lie to her though.
Yeah,
Honestly.
if you gonna tell me this, okay, I accept that. Don't get me wrong. I might look at it like, I'm gonna figure it out for real. Now I got my own.
So now he's a lie.
It's just me verifying what the hell is really going on. You see what I'm saying? So you know what I
Take a
mean?
bitch's word though, like, okay, just going to play chess.
That's a very rare situation. A person, hey, I'm about to go play chess. I mean, and like you said, if I didn't know they were
Our
playing chess.
Caucasian counterparts might have something other to say. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so I was asked a good question the other day. I was on the phone. So someone told me, she was like, okay, well, if you cheated on me, I'd rather you tell me, even if you know I'm gonna leave, I'd rather you tell me. So I would rather, if you know you're gonna lose your woman to cheating, I said, guys will only do two things. If you tell the truth, he know is a percentage his ass is gonna get caught anyway. So let me come clean.
I'm sorry, bro, but
You got to leave right now because my wife is listening and this ain't good.
you a bad motherfucker. You can do that with a woman. I'm sorry. Like,
You the fucking Tom Brady.
But
I salute to you.
That's actually easier in this generation.
For me telling somebody that, I done had a chick tell me, like, I'll respect that. You just telling me that up front.
Yeah, I mean, and that's all she can
She
do.
can choose to fuck with me or not.
Right, exactly.
Let me ask y'all.
And they really don't leave anyway. They stay.
He's asking a question, or he's making a statement. Women make relationships after a few dates or sleeping together. Did we have to talk to define a relationship? So is that how it really goes? Like when you, because I haven't had a girlfriend in a long time. I've never had a talk like, oh, you gonna be my girl.
So, like I was saying earlier, when a woman is different, because when a woman is involved, their emotions get involved way quicker than a man does. So, like for me, like when it comes down to, if I'm starting to feel a certain type of way, I'm gonna have that conversation, to make sure you're at where I'm at. I'm not about to be out here looking stupid. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I'm saying when you get in a relationship, it's about getting to know a person. You see what I'm saying? So I should be able to have a conversation with this person after. Me personally, when it comes to sleeping with somebody, I'm not the type that's gonna sleep with you unless I know. So, I mean, there are women out here that do stuff like that and don't know them, and then they find themselves in a situation. You're at a higher risk of finding yourself in a situation than you are before you get to know a person than sleeping with them. So, I got to get to know you. I got to get to know your background, and because I don't just sleep with everybody.
Okay, and then his next question is, what about accepting gifts from other people at work? Because some of y'all go.
Man, that's not cheat. That's a gift, man.
Yeah, right. That's not cheating.
Oh no, hold the fuck up.
That ain't cheating.
If I came in here with some shit from a woman, and where'd you get that from? Oh, this chick at work gave it to me.
Okay, let's define it. So when we say gift,
A gift is a gift.
when we say gift, what's the gift for? Like, where is it coming from?
What if
Like,
somebody sent you some edible arrangements?
okay, but for what?
For you.
Maybe it was my birthday.
Nah, fuck that. It ain't your birthday. It just.
Now, when you just doing it out of spirit, what made you do that? So yeah, I question that. So I would question something like that. If it's just at the spur of the moment, oh baby, it's just Wednesday. I'm gonna send you some arrangements.
Hey, that's what I'm like. Hey, the dude likes you in some sort of fashion.
Right? Yes, he likes you. He's trying to get something out of it. He's not just gifting you just because. Come on, now. He's trying to go further and trying to get to know you or something.
He can't be direct, so he's sending gifts.
Right.
Right. What's up, Sarge? Sarge, what's up?
What up, son?
So Jordan Lewis said it depends on the gift. Yes. I wouldn't say so much depend on the gift. It depends on the situation.
Of the gift?
Of why I'm getting this gift.
Because speaking at work, it could be misconstrued in so many different ways.
It could.
I would rather not speak at all. If I like you, I'm like, I'll try to catch you, like, at the store, running to you.
Right, or running to you, or in the parking lot when we walk into the car. I mean, it just anything to me.
It's a lot go on in the parking lot.
To me, I feel like if I'm getting an edible arrangement just because it's Wednesday, I'm looking at this guy like he wants something, or he likes me.
He wants you to put those edible panties.
Now, if I'm getting a gift card on my birthday, I wouldn't look at it so much as like, he likes me or something. I just look at it as.
But why not?
Well, I'm gonna tell you why. Because
does it matter where the gift card is to?
No, she a cold-blooded motherfucker. That's why.
Oh, thank you. This is my birthday.
Right.
Because it's my birthday. Now, after my birthday, and you come to me, believe me, it's a second approach to it afterwards, and that's when I figure out. Oh, that's why I received the gift card.
Valentine's Day is coming, so if you just got some flowers and cards.
Yeah, that nigga wants you.
Candy and stuff.
I've had so many people in my inbox like, I've been waiting on you to call me. I'm like, man, this about to be February. Yeah, you just lining yourself up.
Right. We got a couple weeks.
I ain't heard from you all year.
So my thing is I think that the gift, like I said, it's always gonna be a second approach after that gift. If that person really trying to get to know you, or you know what I mean, it's gonna be a second approach, and then you can go from there. Like, oh, so I understand why I got a gift card on my birthday. I see now. Like, you like me. I mean, come on now. Reality is you gotta open your eyes. A person knows when somebody's flirting. A person knows that.
Like, oh.
Hell no!
I can't take
this. Things back. Thank you, but I'm gonna correct you. Like, all right, thank you, but I gotta do. You know what I mean? Like, this can't be what it is. I mean, it's a way you come at a person. Like, you let them know from jump. Like, I'm not. I gotta do. Or even if they didn't, I gotta do. You know what I mean? I'm in a relationship. And if they don't understand that, it is what it is. I've had people where they literally been like, this was recently. I had somebody come up to me and they like approaching me like on some stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta do. And they like,
cheetah? Exactly.
And they like, well, can you have a friend? And it's just like, you know what I mean? So when we say stuff like that, you know the difference between what type of friend, you know what I mean, they're looking for.
You know what kind of it's friend. Totally different though. They be like, can you have a best friend? So
it's different on that next conversation. You understand as a person where they going with.
Call me Uncle Win. I'm Uncle Win. That's all.
No, but you said that's kind of like cheating, not giving it back.
It is like cheating.
So how do you figure that?
Shit, if you get it, if you go get something emotional.
I'm taking my significant other with me. He gave me a gift card. We about to go out to eat.
As a man, fuck that. I don't want that. Another nigga paying for my meal.
Right. And
I don't want this shit.
Really, there's a pride thing to it too.
Absolutely pride.
As being with somebody, why would I allow you to let somebody buy us?
Okay, I can get that when it comes to a man, but
they're a little different.
What In my situation,
we get a gift card. That means
free gift card. Where you going?
right. What was that? TGI Friday. Shit.
that's what I'm saying. And from a certain men's standpoint, yeah, because there's been times where shit, I ain't gonna lie. I went to the club, man said, "Let me buy you a drink." Hey, you got? Well, I want this, and they buy 2 drinks. I bring the drink back and give my dude the drink. I'm like, this nigga just bought us some drinks. He's like, all right, cool, shit. You know, I mean, he look at it as like, shit, that nigga just bought me a drink. Oh well. Or like going out to eat, shit. He just saved me some money, shit. We buying our meal. I mean, you got certain
Amen to that.
men that don't care.
I saved $40 a night.
That's what I'm saying. You got certain men that don't care. Like it is what it is.
Bought you a drink. Dudes that don't care about it again. What the dude keep doing it?
Now, if he keep doing it, that's when a woman comes in and correct it. I mean, you correcting it by telling him, look, I gotta do it.
Nah, it don't. Hey, that nigga have a problem when he loses his job and ain't got no money to pay to take money. Fuck you you got them $60 for? There'd be a whole issue going on.
What's the next 24?
Yeah. Tell the nigga text me, I need the money.
Yeah, I think, man, because like I said, I think certain dudes, it might be a pride thing where they can't, like, man, get that nigga his shit back. But then you got some dudes that look at it like, shit, he just saved me some money. Oh, well, let's go eat.
But see, it's not up to the dude, it's up to you.
Now, but when he's re-gifting, he's continuously. And when I say continuously by re-gifting, believe me, there are flirting, there is other things that's going to be involved with this. Now, as a woman, if once he give me that gift and he coming up to me with another gift, believe me, he done bother me. He done said something to me that's going to bother me if I'm, you know, in a relationship.
Not necessarily.
Well, I mean,
so depending on the age.
What should have been the bother? That made you look into what else it was. What like?
But I told you after that second approach, I already got a dude. This is what it is.
But like you said earlier, if somebody is spending money on you and shit, you know they want something, right?
Yeah, I know they want something.
So
that's why
a woman shouldn't take a gift from somebody that ain't her man.
From the jump. So
from the jump. Period. From the jump. Yeah, you shouldn't take. Yeah. Period.
So me personally, I'm taking the first gift, and then
after that,
all right, I can't take this shit no more. So me, I'm be like, all right, thank you. You know what I mean? It's my birthday, thank you. And then after that, with that second gift, I can't accept this. You know what I mean? I can't accept this. But
so will you be doing that for you or your man?
I be doing that for my man, out of respect.
Okay, so question. So what about if your man wants you to, let's say he getting you gift cards to places, wherever they may be. He wants you to keep accepting. All right, we're gonna keep enjoying the gift cards, but you don't want to take them. What would you do?
I wouldn't take them. If I don't want to take them, it ain't happening. Like I said, when it comes to me, I'm first. I don't give a damn about what, you know what I mean, you feel like I should be doing. I mean, if I feel like it's getting to the point where I gotta accept them and accept a conversation with this man, I'm not entertaining that. It's over with.
Oh, that's terrible. I'll read the comments.
That nigga just said all this terrible.
I'm thinking like, what did I say? I thought you would agree.
What happened with the password earlier we're talking about? You know, passwords earlier?
We was talking about like the passcode to your phone.
So I said, I feel like, no, so I had to change it because Anton made a good point on that. Like, when we say about passwords, because I'm not even gonna lie, the only password I have is my dude's Instagram. And I don't have Facebook. I don't have, you know what I mean? I don't have his other password. So I had to rephrase that. When I say knowing your password, when I get to a point where I feel like I don't trust you or you broke my trust, and if I'm asking for your password, it shouldn't be a problem.
But why? That's my shit.
Because you broke my trust.
I get that. So you gotta go through my personal belongings to.
I gotta figure out.
So in order to gain trust, you should have access to.
I should have access.
So if they gave you passwords to all the social media, but you can't get in the phone. Is that a problem?
That's a big problem.
Because you can get in my social activity from your phone, but you can't get in my direct phone.
Because look, like we were saying, most cheating happens through social media and of course your phone. So those are your main ways of catching a person cheating is through their phone or through social media. So I feel like if you done cheated on me, and especially if it was through social media or through your phone, I should have access to that thing. So if you wanted me to regain,
so do you feel like
trust.
So Willie said no. Like I want you just to gain it back naturally. I want to show you, prove it to you.
Happen. I would never be able to trust you
because the electronic.
I would never be able to trust you because, like I said, that was your way of getting to do it. So why can't I have access to it if you want this to work out? Just think, if I was to cheat on you and I cheated and I'm texting a nigga and you caught it through a text, and far as regaining that trust, if we gonna work this out, we sat down, we said we gonna work this out, you would never be able to really trust me because every time I pick up on my phone or you see a text message coming through, you gonna look at me.
I don't agree with that. I think that a little bit, that might be a little insecurities. Like, I'm not looking at you every time you do everything on your phone. I don't know. I think that's just on the guy. I don't think everybody like, oh, who she texting now? Like, yeah, honestly, guy ain't that. Well, the new generation a little bold like that.
That's the nigga that's gonna bleach your clothes.
He gonna kill you.
But me personally, I feel like once you cross that path, like I said, you gotta be willing to deal with the situation that you're going to be put through to gain my trust, because you broke my trust.
So they get an ultimatum kind of. So it's almost like you deal with these.
You deal with these. Are you okay? And are you okay with dealing with? I'm gonna be on your ass. And if you're not okay with it, that's not. We're not gonna work out.
Hell no, because I'm like fuck it.
We're not gonna work out.
I'm out.
So my guy is saying accepting gifts is breaking trust from the jump, out the gate.
He said it is. Oh yeah.
I mean, and like we said, some men feel like it is. Some like John. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, my dude. If I come home with a gift card from Cheesecake Factory, he gonna be like, "Damn, who bought us dinner?"
It's not gonna start with it. It's gonna start with some flowers.
Now, yeah, like okay, so let's, like she said, I think somebody on there was like,
I don't think that's a matter of opinion. I think that's a fact, though.
Well, taking gifts?
Yeah, that's a fact, bro.
It's not. I wouldn't care.
Is it if it's okay? Your boss got it for you because you did something great at work. You know what I'm saying? You landed at the counter or something. That's something completely different.
The boss on the fuck. That means the boss on the fuck. It's the same thing.
No, but I mean it's common practice in the workplace, right? You do something, you hit a goal or something, they give you something, right?
Some good companies, yes.
Yeah, okay. So, I mean,
Walmart, no.
Right, Walmart, no. But I'm saying though, you know what I'm saying? That's common practice. Like, my wife, she got a fucking $500 gift card from Amazon because she did something at work.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
It depends on, like I said, it's always a second approach. If a person is gifting you something and if they like you, they're going to do a second approach, and you determine off of that second approach. Like I said, from the first gift, I'm taking it. I don't feel like that's cheating. I don't feel like that's me not being, you know, straight up with my significant other, because I'm going to come home and be like, look, baby, I just got a $50 gift card to Cheesecake Factory. You trying to go? You know what I mean?
So what they give you a $50 gift card to Victoria's Secret? Would you take that one?
Hold on, fuck up. Hold up.
You would take that one?
Hold on.
So,
no.
They all love Vicky's Secrets. They all love that. Like, honestly, I wouldn't trip because, like, damn, she gonna be running for me, so I'm not tripping. Like,
I'm taking it
Victoria's Secret. I'm saying, who the fuck gave you that?
So it's different. Like we said.
I'm taking that shit
for my birthday.
The way shorts tonight.
They giving me a Victoria's Secret shit. I'm taking it. Now, when you just out of the blue, hey baby, here you go. It's Wednesday. I just thought I'd give you something.
Can't say baby at work.
Hey, shit. A lot of shit go up under the butt.
Bro, no, he trying to get that. He ain't getting fucked about none of that. He gonna lie and say, bitch, grab my dick. You know what I'm saying? He gonna lie like a motherfucker.
Me too.
They saying Black Queen right now. That's what happened. My Black Queen.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So it's different, man. Like, it depends on the approach with it. Like I would say,
Crystal, what you think? No.
If a person come up to me and be like, I want, hey baby, here, take this $50 gift card, go buy you something nice, or then I'll be like, hey, bro, look, you know what I mean? I can't accept it.
Nah, you gonna be like, I'll take it. It's one time, bro. I'm gonna take it, but after that, we done. We got some more gift and shit from you. Right. And walk out switching and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't that cold, right?
You know your dude from coming in saying, hey, what's up? I come to drop by and see you for lunch. He know you got to do, and he still did this.
Like, oh,
And I mean, but like we said, there are men out here. Like I was just saying, I just had this the other day. There are men out here that don't give a damn if you got a man. Like they don't care, and it's like that's where it's the woman's place to put that man in their place. Like, hey, like you might not care that I got a dude, but I care about my dude. It's a respect thing. Like,
So what if
Everybody ain't gonna be saying that.
the boldness of another? You see what I'm saying? Like, oh, my dude's not that bold. You see what I'm saying? But you wish he would be.
that's where the different types of women. I'm not
She's a
attracted
hoe.
by no shit like that.
She's a hoe.
That's what I'm saying.
She's
Like,
a bold hoe.
different women come in because I can give a damn how bold you are, period. That ain't gonna track. I mean, that's not gonna make me cheat on my
I
man.
mean, because the different words for bold, what? Confidence, arrogant.
Ooh.
You see what I'm saying?
Successful? That's right. That nigga successful.
If I care about my dude,
You know what I'm
you
saying?
know what I mean? It's not gonna make me cheat. Like, because at the end of the day, I know what I'm gonna ruin at home. You see what I'm saying? So, like, it depends on a person's
They taking gifts.
relationship. Like, really, like, me and my dude, strong. I know if I was to ever do anything, like, I would never want what we got to end. Nobody can come in and tear us down, put it like that. Because what we got, I know I probably would never be able to find this in another man.
So, why aren't y'all married?
What? Hey, we
Tell this nigga you come with more than one gift card.
We talked about this shit last week. We not married because we ain't ready. I mean, I wouldn't say necessarily ready because we are at that point where we are talking about it. So it's not that we're talking about it definitely because it's time. But
The negotiating.
Straight up.
we know.
A lot of
We
people
knew.
straight up though. Look at Kobe. I'm gonna just say, don't wait out. You know what I'm saying? Some shit happened. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Y'all gotta have y'all shit lined up together. So don't be
But
waiting
we
too
were
long.
talking about that. So, that's what we had to talk about last week. So, when we talk about marriage, okay, we have stuff. We already got shit lined up in place for both of us. I'm beneficiary. He's beneficiary. We got insurance together. I mean, everything is together. Our house, everything that we have is together. We have everything together, as well as a married couple will have. So, like,
But you're living in sin.
yeah, that's where it comes into when you go to the religious part of it. Yes, we're definitely living in sin. So we're gonna change that.
I told you earlier. I think the whole marriage shit is a scheme, but at the same time, like, man, y'all might as well just, you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
You know what?
yeah, to shut people up, yeah.
Just a piece, me, her, my daughter, and my son was in her stomach. Just us four. You know what I'm saying? And that
But
was
see,
it.
me, I feel like I was saying, like me, I feel like once I get married, it's a celebration. It's a milestone in my life. You see what I'm saying? So I don't want no justice of peace. I want I want to celebrate. I want my mother, my father, you know, my people to see that I say I do to this man. You know what I mean? So it's some I can say that will go to the justice of peace and just handle it that way.
Mm-hmm.
But in some aspect of my way, like, you got people like me, if you know me, people be like, man, she ain't gonna never get married. Or, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just off of how I am. They look at me like, you ain't gonna never get married. I mean, they know I've been with him for this long. But, you know what I mean? So, I feel like it's a big step in my life. So, I want to celebrate this big step. So, yes, I want to wait when I get married.
How long y'all been together?
9 years.
What if
Oh,
you get
shit.
married in this uniform?
You like, you crazy. You motherfucker pay for this. This motherfucker pay for this wedding. You crazy? I'm walking with my boots and everything. I'll be there if you don't come. That's on you.
Nah, my guy, he's been watching for a while. He's
What you say no for him?
He's in public service. He's an officer. You know what I'm saying? So,
Shout out to Officer Johnson.
yeah, officers tend to get married in there.
Fuck that. You better have a suit on.
Oh, hold on. I want to get married in their uniform. I ain't know that.
Man, nah, you better have a suit on when you marry me. I don't give a damn. Now that's different because most people.
There ain't no difference.
Difference. I mean, the woman is respecting that. Me personally.
Oh, you don't give a damn about the profession.
I don't give a damn about it. You better have a suit on and you better look nice.
That's crazy.
Just like we was talking about man in uniform, with a work uniform. I'd be damn I marry you in a work uniform.
This the only problem. The only beef I got, like with our culture and our people, like with weddings and shit, right? When you go to a Jewish wedding, right, and or just white people wedding or whatever, they done paid, you know what I'm saying? The wedding was paid for either by the father or whoever, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they spent all this money on the wedding. The guests come, they're given envelopes of money, of cash and shit, right?
Right.
And that money is to one, bless their union, and for two is to whatever they paid for the wedding to get that money back, and then plus get them a nest egg to start with their family, a foundation, whether it's buy a house or a savings account or whatever.
Right.
Our people don't do that. No. Our people come because they want to eat and drink for free.
And I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you one thing they come to weddings for. If they come to a wedding to judge, you got people that just want to see how you did it. Like you got people that's gonna come to a wedding just so they can be like, they didn't do this or
right.
Look at that. Ooh, look what she got on. I mean, you got.
Shout out to my people. They blessed us. So shout out to my people.
Shout out.
I appreciate you.
Shout out to the
To those good black folks.
Right, Lewis.
Y'all need a wedding DJ. You can call it one.
Shameless plug.
Just thought I might throw that in there.
Nah,
But yeah, I mean.
But shit, I honestly think like some people get so I'm gonna have a big wedding and they spend 15, 20, 30, 40, however much money on a wedding, and then at the end of the wedding they stuck
with
a bill or nothing. You know what I'm saying? When you could have used it. Some people go into credit card debt, paying for a big ass wedding and show off in front of people that really don't give a fuck. They just come to eat and drink. I just
get dressed up.
Honestly,
it's a scheme to a certain extent, but like
keep your goddamn money.
Yeah, it's a responsibility.
Go out of town.
So me personally, I'm not going in debt for my wedding. So when I have my wedding, it's gonna be at a reasonable price that I know I can afford. You know what I mean? So I'm not stupid enough to do something like that. So for how many guests I can fit in at this budget, that's how many gonna come. Right. It is what it is. So if you wasn't invited, shit, you should have put in on this wedding. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going in debt. But when I say a celebration, I do want to have a celebration when I do get married because it's a milestone in my life.
Right.
So it's something that I would have never thought I would accomplish. My goal in life was not to be married. Seriously, it wasn't.
Not to be married?
No, I'm man. If y'all knew me back in the day, I ain't want no kids.
I ain't want no kids.
I ain't care about none of that.
Man, y'all keep saying shit like y'all surprised she told y'all she's cold-blooded in this motherfucker, man. What the?
I was different. Like I swear, my life I thought would be totally different than what it actually is until I met,
You had aspirations to be a big kingpin, huh?
I was just.
Her DJ name should be DJ Donald Trump.
When I grew up, man, my goals. I swear, I thought like I would be like a baller. I played basketball. I had scholarships. I had offers. I had everything. You know what I mean? So it was like. I never would have pictured me. And when I did get pregnant, everybody's like, "What? You pregnant?" Like nobody expected for me to be pregnant. So like, my whole life just changed. So I didn't expect where I am now. Now that I done grew up, now that I'm with my significant other, it's like, all right, we've been 9 years into this. It's about time that we just make it official. That's how I feel. Let's make it official, man.
The way you just said, you might want to re-say that. Say it again, differently. Because it says we might as well. That's what it sounds like, yeah. So
might as well. I mean, if we don't, we don't, but we might as well. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing gonna change. We are where we are. I mean, it is what it is.
Once it changes, then you'll know.
If we was to break up, it
changed.
wouldn't matter. Like, if we was married or not. If we was to break up to this day, we would go through the same thing that a married couple would go through. Because we have everything together. You see what I'm saying? And when I say insurances, we have everything together.
Man, if y'all ain't got that license, it's easy to split.
It's easy legally to split. I mean, it's gonna be easy if we were married to split.
There's gonna be some bleach throwing in that motherfucker.
So it didn't matter if we got married or not. I mean, it's gonna be easy to split, period. We gonna have an agreement. I mean, if we was not married and we was to split, we just not, I mean, we don't have to go through, I'm not racist or anything, but the white people, we don't have to go through all that court, all that stuff. We don't have to do that. But even if we are married, we probably wouldn't even have to do all that except for just the divorce. You know what I mean? As far as the things that we have, we will have an agreement of what we doing. You see what I'm saying? I mean, because at the end of the day, we're like best friends. So I can talk to him. He can understand where I come from, and I understand where he come from. We have an understanding.
That shit can change. That shit can change.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So when I say married, to me, like we was talking about last week, shit, it is a piece of paper to me, but it's also a milestone that a person can accomplish in life. So I do care to be married now, because I'm like, nigga, all right, nigga, we 9 years, let's go, let's make this happen.
All right.
Let the Facebook viewers know we live on the app too. We
live on the app. Well, but what should we do for next week, man?
So next week, we're gonna do it just like we do it just like we did it this week. We let the fans vote.
On time. That's what we gonna do next week.
Shit.
Yeah, we're gonna start on time.
Shit out of the game, man. Shit. Lost by aim with all shit. Look.
We're gonna do it on time. We're gonna let the people vote on Facebook what they want us to talk about.
Yeah, so
but today was crazy because of that Kobe thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Kobe shit was
definitely like.
Can we going out with a Kobe song?
Yeah, definitely.